this is Dr. Simeon Roger, and welcome to this short series of videos on spiritual life. Here's where we're going to give you some of the foundational concepts about spiritual life, things that are tremendously important, which almost nobody around you knows. And this is going to allow us to penetrate right to the heart of this whole concept of the inner ocean, which we'll get to in more detail later. Now, having studied spiritual traditions around the world for about 45 years and having a doctoral degree in this, taught it at university level, spent 25 years doing pastoral work. There's no easy way to say this. The level of spiritual ignorance in Western society is absolutely phenomenal. Western people have absolutely no idea about what constitutes real spiritual life. They simply don't, and they have no criteria. And that's a huge problem. So, Western ideas of what constitutes real spiritual life or religion or whatever are largely based on their experiences with Western Christianity. And whether their experience with Western Christianity has been positive or negative, they tend to transpose that sort of understanding to everything else. And it's wildly inaccurate. So today I want to draw a distinction for you that's going to help you a lot down the road. So bear with me here. This is a distinction between religion on the one hand, defined in a very specific way, and something else that I refer to as an authentic ancient tradition. Well, what's an authentic ancient tradition? The fact is, on planet Earth, there are a very small number of traditions which can completely transform your life. In other words, these are traditions that have a complete spiritual teaching system which they have applied across various cultures and down through the centuries with amazing results, and they've documented the results. They can prove that they get results, in other words, and they conduct their activities in what is really a very scientific way. So that's an authentic ancient tradition. Now, religion is anything but that, so let's go through some of the key differences between a religion on the one hand and an authentic ancient tradition on the other. There are really about 10 fundamental differences. Today we're only going to look at 3 of them. So the first thing is religion is built on ideological statements. So an ideological statement is just an intellectual idea that the universe functions in a certain way. And people adhere to a religion and its ideological statements based on emotion, based on how they feel. Authentic ancient traditions are completely different. So yes, they present ideological statements in a way. They'll present statements about how the world works, but they won't say, believe us, you must believe us. They will say, don't believe us. They'll say quite the opposite from a religion. They'll say, don't believe us. Come and put it to the test and verify in your own experience that this is the case. So, in other words, an authentic ancient tradition is based on lived experience that leads to verifiable results. Very, very different. There are no results in religion. None. The second difference is that religion offers its adherents psychological comfort and self-justification in the face of its complete failure to cure the fundamental spiritual problems of human life. In other words, religion is an existential failure. And what this means is religion will tell you that the conventional human mind, conventional thinking, if you will, the current level of consciousness that the people around you have is normal for a human being. Authentic ancient traditions will say, no, it's completely abnormal. Come and we'll actually show you how to verify that there is a much different, much higher, much more integrated level of consciousness you can access. So very, very different. In other words, religion is telling you your sickness is health. Authentic ancient traditions are saying no, and they will take you from sickness to health. Big difference. Difference number 3. Self-transformation, that is the complete transformation of your life, is not the goal of religion anyway. And that's probably a good thing, because religion does not have the methods and does not have the teachers. So religion, in that sense, will get you nowhere. Authentic ancient traditions, on the other hand, their only goal is to transform your life completely and in every way, to heal you, cure you completely in every way. And because of that, they do have the teaching, the methods, the system, and they have the people who've gone through that system, achieved results, and therefore can teach you. So they always give you access to a lineage of people who can teach you accurately and lead you accurately. So those are three fundamental differences between religion and authentic ancient traditions. So religion is usually, very often at least, it's a degenerate version of an authentic ancient tradition. Not always, but very often that's the case. So religion, by the definition I'm using, it fundamentally, when you come right down to it, it's a superstition. It really is. It's just a fantasy, a superstition. And it won't help you. Now, why tell you this? Well, of course, you really do need to know, right? Because knowing who has the complete system or a complete system that can take your life from A to Z, so to speak, that's fundamentally important to you. Otherwise, you simply won't get results. It's impossible to get results without having a complete system. And we'll talk more about all of this a little bit later. And you'll notice one thing I haven't done is I haven't told you what authentic ancient traditions are. In other words, I haven't identified them. I haven't identified religions. I've given you criteria you can use. So go out there, look around you. You can apply these criteria and you will know instantly what's a religion and what's an authentic ancient tradition. I'm Dr. Simeon Roger, and we'll be back next time. Take care.